So this house, and I'm trying to see if I have an image of it somewhere of the reality of it. So this is a real house that we really did. And it was a really ugly house. And so the house had one of these mansard roofs on it. And I don't know how much Addison knows about what our process is, but so our company is called anotherstory.com. And basically we figured out a way to add square footage to your house without you having to move out, without uprooting your life, without like ruining everything in your house, by just going on top. And this was all really just scratching our own itch. Basically, this house in particular, they weren't even originally thinking about adding a second story. They just wanted a new roof because the house was ugly. So the house, they had like one of the ugliest houses in one of the nicest neighborhoods in the Birmingham area. And so my thought in the whole situation was, how do I add a new roof system to this house without ruining everything in the house? And so we initially were just designing a way to add a new roof. And then in the process, we're like, this would also be a very great way to add an entire second story on top of the house. And so as the house sits right here, when you get on site and you're ready to start installing this system on a house, the first thing you do is this is our patented device here. We call them householders. And they're these individual little jacks, you can see here, that go through the roof. And so there's this little boot that keeps the water from getting into your house. And so you install this jack into your house through the roof, and then you put the flashing on it like you would for like a normal plumbing vent. You may never like realized it, but you look up on the roof, then anytime you have something coming through the roof that's like a plumbing vent or an electrical connection, they put these flashing pieces on there, and they're like a rubber gasket to keep the water from getting into the house. So basically we're installing these as if they were like a permanent fixture around the perimeter of the house. And so we're able to take these and we set them down on the house. Now they're installed around the perimeter of the house. The spec on this is we usually do it every 8 feet around the perimeter of the house. And then that gives us a place to install the floor system beam. And how that works is these are LVLs, which is a acronym, means laminated veneer lumber. And they're really strong wood beams that you can buy that support the weight of the entire house on top of them, the entire second story. And sorry, I got out of full screen. So the trick is that when we were originally trying to add second stories on people's houses, it would always rain and water would get into the house and ruin everything that was in the house. The first time we did it, we literally lost everything in the house. It was just a horrible mess. And so this version, what it does is it allows you to do all the framing. And if it rains day one, it doesn't matter because water can hit the roof and it just rolls underneath the framing that we're doing at the time. And so at any point during the initial framing, all the original framing stuff is designed to get wet a little bit. It's fine. It doesn't matter if the regular framing material gets wet. So during the actual frame out of this thing, it's fine for you to get rain several days. It won't do any damage to what we've got going on here. As soon as we have this up here, we're able to drop the exterior walls and so we install these walls and then we install a roof system on top of that. And this entire time, the existing roof is still on. I mean, it looks pretty similar to what we've got going on right here. And only once all of this is fully dried in, we got, windows in, everything's super buttoned up. Then we come back, we actually delete the roof that was there. And now you've got this whole new roof system up on top of your house. Then we come back and install the floor. And we install all the walls and everything on the inside of the house. So all of a sudden you've got a new second story. The last thing we actually do is now you get this fully functional, fully done upstairs unit on top of your house. Then we cut the staircase in. And that is the only part of the project that has the potential to be kind of irritating for clients. So, that's a 2 to 3 week process. But as far as how this typically goes, it's literally nothing. It's like a blip on the radar versus how everybody else has ever done this project. And it's just a game changer for people that want to get the space that they need for their homes.